So this makeup artist canceled on her client because she had to go do JT's from the City Girls makeup. And it wasn't just any client. She canceled on this woman the day before her wedding.
Hey y'all, I wanted to come on here and tell y'all the story about how my makeup artist canceled on me the night before my wedding at 9:22 to do JT's makeup. So I originally met her July 5th and we did a bridal child makeup. She did a really, really good job. I'll show y'all. It was pretty much exactly what I was looking for. I wanted like a very princessy, light look, light makeup, bright eyes. Perfect. She did have this rule. She said that we can't book her makeup until 3 months before the event. So then I messaged her like on the 27th of that month because it was like 3 months away from the wedding, September 27th. So this was August 1st. I messaged her, actually. Correction. But it was still, I had months out. So again, this is my message. Then she responds back. And I said, okay, what do you exactly want me to email you? She tells me and I email her. No response. So then August 6th, she goes, hey babe, I saw your email. I'm going to open up my site. Thanks. August 7th. Good morning. Just let me know when I can open it so I can book you. August 15th. Hey babe, I should have knew she was playing games. I should have known. Then I messaged her again. Can I book? She said, hey, babe, calling you right. I called her on the phone. I'm going to call you right back. We're still on for your wedding makeup. Okay, thank you. September 2nd. Hello, the wedding's in 24 days. Are you able to do my makeup or not? Because at this point, I DM'd her, I called her, messaged her. But she did so perfect on my makeup. I really want her to do it. She said, hey, babe, it's the 27th. I can do it. So she explains all of this. She's waiting on confirmation from another client. I don't know why when, I had reserved 3 months ago, talked to her, had the trial, been trying to book, but okay. And at this time we talked on the phone. I'm like, you're going to be there. She's like, I am. I'm so sorry. And I'm a Christian. We talked about Christ and all this other stuff. And I was just like, okay, you know what? She's been finicky, but it's okay. It's okay. She said we're good. So my wedding was, again, September 27th. Hurricane Helene came, and it was raining that morning, but it should have been clear that afternoon. So we had talked on the phone that morning. I called her. She said she's good. We're good for today. And then she texted me this later on. Hey, the weather looks like it's worsening. Let me know if anything changes. I go, hey, thanks for the concern. But they said, because they gave us an option. They said, okay, you can keep it for the 27th or you can move it to the 28th. But a lot of my family came in town from out of state. So I said, we're just going to keep it on the 27th. The weather looks good. Why? So that was this morning. Why at 9:22 p.m.? Hey, I'm sorry. JT just booked me for New York tomorrow. I'm going to call with her, so I have to go. I'm looking for a makeup artist for you right now. I go, girl, ain't no way. You knew you had my wedding. I'm so confused. I know you just not canceling the night before my wedding. Why go on Instagram? She's already with JT. She was already gone out the state.
JT coming. Mel, besides the fact that you have views writing over your video, that irritated me mostly throughout your video. I think that there were signs ahead that you should have paid attention to. You said that you're a Christian and she's a Christian. Well, God was showing you signs and you refused to use your discernment and see that this woman was not good at communication and she was kind of throwing you for a loop throughout the entire process. Because the reality is, if she says, hey, you need to book 3 months in advance and you book 3 months in advance and she's not communicating with you properly, it was at that point that you should have started looking for other makeup artists. Know how to deal with certain shades of black, particularly when they are dark-skinned black women. And to me, she's milk chocolate. Her hair is popping though. I will give her that much. Her hair is... And so they have to be careful with who they choose to hire. Now, she did get a black woman to do her makeup, so...
Okay, this is a good question, and it leads to part 2. So... she did try to find somebody for me to go to. She sent me these 2 light-skinned girls and said that she's available tomorrow and her work's amazing. I said, well, I paid you to do a bridal trial, and I booked you for the wedding makeup. Why are you doing this? Because I'm not famous? And then I said, refund me all my money, because she refunded me half of the money the day after my wedding. So that was for when I booked her to do my wedding. But then I paid for a bridal trial, which was like, okay, I want you to do my wedding makeup, and you're available to do my wedding makeup. So I want both of my money. Give me all my money back. She said, I'll refund you. Do you want to confirm with her? What's your Cash App? I found the girl's Instagram. I did not like the way she did makeup on dark skinned people. As y'all can see in the first part, that's not the type of makeup look I want, and I just don't personally like it. This is like a up close, and no offense to whoever Instagram this is, honestly. I just personally don't like it. And I told her that. I said, I don't like the way she does dark skinned people. Does not look good. She goes, you're not dark skinned. And she does very good work. I've seen it in person. So I respond, I said, I am dark skinned. I just told you I don't like the way she does the makeup. You're saying you've seen it in person and I'm not dark skinned. What does that have to do with how I feel about someone doing my makeup on my wedding? I said, you're literally not responding to anything important I'm saying. How are you going to cancel on me the night before my wedding? You just confirmed this morning. I said, girl, I see you in court. I said, and I'm reporting you to the board. But then I tried to find her on the board and her name didn't pop up. So maybe she's unlicensed. I don't know. Then the day of my wedding at 12:38 p.m., she goes, hey, Kylie Young Miami's makeup is available for 3 p.m. Girl, it's 12:38. My wedding starts at 5. Why are you don't even text me no more. I did find somebody to do my makeup. I'll tag her here. So this is actually who ended up doing my makeup. Her name is Tells Makeup on Instagram. She was so sweet. She was literally so amazing. Super last minute, you know, that morning she texted me because I was like the night before crying, messaging every makeup artist I know, and she messaged me back and was like, I can take you that morning, and she did amazing. I feel like I was a little hard. I'm like, can you do it like this and like this? And she worked with me 10 out of 10.
I mean, you've had some sympathy from me because I do feel like she should have communicated better with you, but I'm gonna just keep it a buck. If JT had called me to do her makeup, I would have flew out and did her makeup. Without a shadow of a doubt. That's like if Beyonce called me and was like, hey, I saw your work. I need a makeup artist. Do you not know I would be on those first thing smoking Forget Your Wedding? Voila. She could have been more upfront with her instead of dragging her along, because I do believe that she knew earlier that it was a possibility that she was going to do JT's makeup, which is why she asked her, hey, are we still having a makeup, blase blase. However, this is where Akira is in the wrong. She offered you 2 replacements that she was going to book and make sure that you had it for that particular day. You said, this light-skinned woman, these 2 light-skinned women, which I don't appreciate from the light-skinned part of the black community, okay? Just because we light don't mean we can't do dark-skinned women makeup, because we are black at the end of the day. Y'all be hating on us sometimes, and I don't be appreciating it, because y'all be throwing shade at us. And this for the black community, say, if you ain't black, mind your business, okay? Mind your business. This between us. Now, I would say the makeup did look a little bit hard. I feel like Akira was upset that the woman did not do her makeup, so she didn't want anything from her, and she didn't want a replacement that she provided up. If you're not able to make an appointment and you say, hey, something came up, I can't do your makeup, I have these 2 people available for you to choose from, and they're just as good as me, if not better, and they're willing to do that, they'll be there on time to make sure that you're having a great day at your wedding, I'm sorry, blase blase. And you provide that, the original makeup artist did her due diligence, because she provided her with 3 options. Akira didn't want any of those. She decided to go find somebody on her own. That's on her.
So this morning when I posted the video, she sent me a text saying, hey, can you send me the video of TikTok? I can't find it. I don't know if someone sent it to her, comment on her Instagram. She then goes on my TikTok and posts this. I didn't block your number. I blocked your Instagram because I figured this would happen. Again, I apologize, babe. I do your makeup for free for twice can make up for it. I go, do you do this often? You knew this was going to happen, huh? I said, I don't need my makeup done. I needed it done for my wedding, right? And before she actually commented this, she commented one more and said, yes, it was me. I didn't even tag her on TikTok. I didn't tag her, nothing. She wanted to comment herself. Now she's texting me and saying she's going to take me to court now. So then she sends this, basically saying, I understand you're upset about the situation, but trying to expose and tear down my business isn't going to change the past. I referred you to multiple people. I would hate to send your workplace, Keller Williams, a cease and desist letter. If you don't delete the video, we can go to court like you mentioned. First of all, because she blocked me on my work page too. I put my real estate license on inactive because I'm still in college. Okay. I was like, okay, I'm going to just finish and then I'm going to go back. So I don't know where you think you're going with this, but you're going nowhere. Second of all, I can take you to small claims court and get up to $15,000 from you, by the way. But if you like I said, I mean, I was planning on doing it anyways, but you go ahead. Let's do it. So she's basically threatening me now. I said, okay, let's do it. And she said, okay.
I'm going to go ahead and call Cap. You're not getting 15K from her. I don't care how much you're in your feelings. She was wrong and so were you. And then you're like, I was gonna call the board and report her. Report her for what? Because her canceling has nothing to do with the board. Her providing you with multiple adequate replacements has nothing to do with the board. And I hate when people try to make it seem like because you're upset, then that automatically means that you should lose your license, etc., because they didn't like something that you did. It's okay for you to be angry. It's okay for you to put her on blast. And that's fine because you have a right to feel how you want to feel. But I also think that you also need to check yourself. Because both of y'all wrong. She took an opportunity. She could have had better communication. Indeed. But you ran to TikTok. You trying to expose her. And then you talking about, well, I didn't put her name out there. When it comes to TikTok and it comes to stuff like this, people are going to find out who it is. She exposed herself, but then you was like, well, I tried to report her to the board. You in the shade room, you in JT, you in all of these people because of your rage. Like, chill out. Now, the makeup artist did respond to this video.
It's crazy being publicly humiliated, but when you're in Christ, I don't look to social media in the world for acceptance, mercy, grace, compassion. Like, I look to God for it. So for everybody that's trying to humiliate me, make me feel small, I serve the God that created the world. I serve the God that created the world. And so even in my mistakes, God forgives. Even in my mistakes, God has grace and mercy. He's sovereign, but y'all don't know that because y'all don't know God. So I hope y'all take this time to find him. And I'm praying for you guys. Just like I prayed for the girl, she was crying. I'm going to pray for y'all. Because even in my apology, it's never enough. The world hates you because people who don't even know me are in my inbox. Y'all don't know me. But guess what? The Bible says, touch not my anointed. Touch not my anointed. God will exalt you above your enemies. He will use your enemies as a footstool. So am I worried? No. I already talked to God about this because I want to represent God's kingdom professionally. I do. I want to be a good steward with my business, because I want to represent him well. And in this moment, I fell short. And I have fallen short many times in representing my business unto God. But he's doing the work in me. And so we're going to move on from this, and that's fine. But it's just crazy how the world will tear you down. Nobody has emailed me to tell me how proud they are of me, of how many good things I've done. But one thing that you see, you don't even know me. You ready to tear me to shreds? That shows what your heart looks like.
Girl.
But this is why you can't put your faith in the world. The world hates you. The world is here to destroy you, to give you a lack of faith, all of this stuff, tear you apart, publicly humiliate you. They don't even know you. They ain't never even they ain't like the picture or post, nothing. But here to tell you stress. But guess what? I never look to y'all for validation, to tell me who I am. God tells me who I am. God redeems me. He's a restoration God. So I don't need you. Okay? I don't need you. I need Jesus. And that's who I have. And I hope that you can have him too, because the unforgiveness that you have in your heart for somebody that didn't hurt you was insane. The fact that y'all are willing to speak for this woman and have hate in your heart for me, for somebody else, just shows that you already had it in your heart. I'm just in your path. There's no way you could be that mad at somebody that didn't hurt you. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to give my life to God again. I honor him every day. I'm going to honor God. And where will you be?
At home staring at this nonsense. Man, this don't have nothing to do with God. On some real stuff. God does tell you to be a good steward over the things that he has given to you. And a good steward means that you're taking care of and you're honoring him through your work and your decision makings and how you represent him to the world. And I think that one of the things that with this particular situation that she can learn is that she needs to communicate better. And that's a weakness that she has and is being revealed to her, and how she approaches it from this point on is what's important. Based on the communication that the bride showed, I don't think that she was really interested in doing that woman's makeup from jump. That young woman, the bride, she has a right to be upset. There's no doubt there, because she feels like she was done wrong, and she was, because she wasn't communicating properly. And she took up a lot of her time, and she was really excited to have this person do her makeup. So she was disappointed that she was played like that. And weddings are really important. That's a very huge milestone for her. And hopefully her marriage is fruitful and blessed. But I will say this, when God says do things decently and in order, she did have some order about herself, because she didn't leave her hanging dry, because she did offer up multiple replacements to the young lady. And because of how the bride felt towards her for disappointing her and upsetting her, she refused to get that help. And that part is on the bride.
The next post, trying to tear somebody to shreds who's getting canceled. You cannot open a door that God closed, and you can't close the door that God opened. Don't you understand that? It's never about the makeup. It's never been about the makeup. I can go in any field and excel because I have God who created the earth. So if you really think that this is going to do anything in my life, it's going to exalt me.
Girl, please stop. She don't represent Christians out there, because this is a whole bunch of babble that she's doing. And she did apologize to the girl. She did try to right her wrongs with the girl, and the girl refused it. So at the end of the day, it's nothing you would do. Just move on about your day. Just be real about your intentions. Just be like, yeah, I did it. And I wouldn't did JT's makeup. Would I do it again? Yes. Am I sorry about doing it? No. Stand on it. Like, sometimes as a Christian, you just gotta be real, bro.
I laugh right now because it's just so funny that everything is happening. But before, I would be depressed, y'all. I'd be depressed. Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, but the Bible says that vengeance is not ours, it's God's. So I don't have nothing in my heart against this girl that's trying to tear me down. I'm praying for her, that God would soften her heart and help her to forgive me and just enjoy her marriage, because it's such a sensitive time. Inviting such dark energy onto somebody who's a child of God, and that you know is a child of God because you experienced, like you had an encounter, you know, and I just hope that this energy doesn't spill over into her marriage, because the blessing was that you found somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But don't dwell on the dark. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on what didn't go right. Like, dwell on what is going right. Like, you got a husband. You married. There's so much to be grateful for. You know, you found love. And so I pray that she just gets to rest in that and not this. Another thing this has taught me is just like, you can't put don't waste your energy trying to get back at somebody that is a child of God. I'm telling you, just trust that God is going to work things out. Don't be trying to get vengeance, because that's going to mess you up. Trying to take life into your own hands, trying to take the power. It's never going to be enough for you. It's never going to be enough for you, and you're never going to get the vengeance that you really want. You really just want to feel peace. You want to feel peace, and you can feel that if you depend on God to feel that. But if you depend on God to feel like you got justice, this ain't it.